A reputation is built year by year, customer by customer. It is forged by premium quality, tireless innovation, steadfast reliability, and an unwavering focus on customers. Over more than a century, Gates has earned its place as a pioneer of highly engineered power transmission and fluid power solutions. We have built a culture of pride and possibility with an ever-expanding family of dedicated employees around the world. We are inspired by our customers, whose insights and expertise have led to some of our greatest innovations. At our foundation is a deep commitment to materials science-fueled innovation and the delivery of high-quality solutions. How can we make systems smaller and lighter? How can we reduce downtime? How do we improve efficiency, safety, and cleanliness? These questions drive us to explore, to find new ways to realize the promise of our products. Gates solutions play essential roles in a diverse range of applications across a wide variety of markets, from harsh and hazardous industries such as agriculture, construction, energy, and manufacturing, to everyday consumer applications such as printers and power washers, as well as virtually every form of transportation. We proudly serve our customers throughout the world with an ever-expanding product line, including broad aftermarket catalog coverage. Today, you find us in applications big and small, in the evolutionary and the revolutionary. At Gates, we believe that great companies don't just make a product, they make an impact. They redefine what's possible.
Our customers are truly global. They range from small OEMs that might make lawn and garden equipment up to the biggest agricultural companies in the world, auto manufacturers, truck and bus manufacturers, machine manufacturers, distributors that cut across virtually every industry on the planet.
I have the opportunity as an engineer to think about, here are some problems, how could we solve them? How much can we improve a product? How can we improve what our customers do? And really think about endless possibilities, not just small incremental improvements.
Gates really drives its employees to keep innovating, try to stay ahead of the technology, really dive deep and explore problems. It's just really exciting.
It really starts with the customer, and there really is an innovation process where we think about what's going on in the market, what are trends we're seeing, the need for longer life products, lighter weight products, cleaner, safer products. And there's some common themes that cut across industries that we bring back into our innovation processes.
Driven by possibility means to me that we're going to try and use our products in applications where people never thought it was possible before.
We've entered into, I think, a new realm where the science and the engineering are starting to come together and enable us to provide new products that we haven't considered in the past.
Applications such as places where they're using huge industrial roller chains that are very heavy, require a lot of maintenance. How can we put a belt in that application that gives the customer less maintenance, better efficiency, more uptime?
Probably the best things for customers is they're always looking for a market edge as well. When we can bring innovative products to them that are best in the industry, then they can compete much easier with their competitors.
Gates is unique amongst our competitors because we own and develop so much of our own material science and material technology. And we have our own compound development. We do our own design of tensile cord, fabric, textiles. Everything is Gates developed and Gates owned. We can change it and do whatever we need to make it better for the customer.
We have specialists in metals and polymers, rubbers, plastics, and we all work together every single day to make sure that not only do we have one material that works, but we have a whole ecosystem of materials that works together.
Innovation is not just simply an invention, but it is taking an inventive idea and transforming it into something useful for an application, for a customer, for a market. So for us, material science is the core of innovation, because if you don't have that material and the science to put it together, you don't have innovation. You don't have invention. You just got ideas.
An engine has thousands of complex parts, all working together to keep people moving, working, living their lives. A breakdown of just one component can cause an entire serpentine system to fail, leaving a vehicle undrivable and its motorists stranded. Alternators, AC compressors, water pumps and power steering pumps are essential, and when they're worn, they have to be replaced immediately. The belt and tension are trickier. They rarely break dramatically. Instead, they wear over time because all components in a system wear at the same rate. If the belt is worn, the tensioner is likely worn too. Worn components put the entire system at risk. Belts rarely crack, peel, and get brittle like they used to. Modern belts just slowly grind down, becoming less efficient and reducing the performance of all the other parts in the serpentine system. It's important to change them every 150,000 kilometers, but it's difficult to explain that repair to a vehicle owner who isn't experiencing any major problems. So the key to helping drivers replace the belt and tensioner more often is to do it when making a more obviously critical repair to the alternator, AC compressor, water pump, or power steering pump. If you replace any part that requires you to remove the belt while making a repair, that's the perfect time to replace the belts, tensioner, and pulley too with our easy-to-use serpentine kit. It's a great deal for the vehicle owner, essentially getting the belt labor for free. Plus, that complete serpentine system repair is going to make the whole system work better, keeping new parts from wearing out too fast, ultimately reducing comebacks and cranky customers. That's why we like to say, if you remove it, replace it. Finally, it means more efficient and profitable repairs for the shop, with less wasted time in the service bay because we all know that time is money. That means peace of mind for the driver and fewer comebacks for the shop. Of course, sometimes you do just have someone come in with a squealing belt, and the easy thing to do there is just to swap out the belt. But wait, the tensioner is often the base source of the problem. Over the course of 150,000 kilometers, the damper experiences over 12 million impacts, eventually putting less consistent pressure on the serpentine system. Loss of tension can create squeals, noise, and heat, leading to premature belt failure, and it results in loss of power to engine components like alternators and AC systems, decreasing performance. A belt might fix the problem in the short term, but a worn tensioner can cause that problem to come back before the next oil change. So remember that when you have a problem with a squeaking belt, think tensioner first. Replace that tensioner and pulley along with the belt for a complete system smart repair. The important thing is that belts and tensioners can be a key part of the repairs you make to the serpentine system. Just replacing them when you're doing an alternator, AC compressor, or water pump job can save your customer from a more expensive repair down the road. So just remember, if you remove it, replace it. And when you need to address other belt issues, focus on the tensioner first. You have to think about a world of parts, and our serpentine kit is just a part of that universe. But it's critical to the performance of your customer's car and can make your repairs more complete, more profitable, and more responsible, resulting in fewer comebacks. Now that's System Smart.
There are those who view things through a different lens. They envision the world not as it is, but as it should be. Gates helps businesses see how they can unchain their operations with stronger, cleaner, high-performance belt drive systems, freeing your business from the constant maintenance and downtime of chain drive equipment, and unleashing opportunities for greater innovation and productivity inside your business.
me and my brother. We started back when we got out of high school. We did our first paving job in 1978. We bought our first asphalt plant in 1986, and today we have 5 of them and 350 employees. Back in the 80s, if you put down 500 to 700 ton a day, it would be a great day. Today, our goal is 2,500 a day. I enjoy the challenges. We always try to do more than our competitors, get more down, figure out a faster, better way to do it. All our employees and me and my brother take a lot of pride in what we do. We pave the smoothest roads, and that's the enjoyment of it.
Continental Paving is a large player here in New England. Mark, he's very focused on his employees and taking care of them.
Any company is only as good as the people, and I think without good people, you don't have a good company. Gates was definitely the solution to a problem that we had from a maintenance standpoint. A guy that works on an asphalt plant works 12 hours a day. It's a pretty hectic pace. You have 30 trucks, a 10-man paving crew. If any one thing stops, it shuts the whole operation down. And that's what really makes it extremely intense. If one of the pieces of the puzzle fails, then we don't open the road in the morning and create a traffic nightmare, and the world hates us. And we try not to do that. It's important to have products that are sustainable and give you the most efficiency and long life. Mark, my guy that runs the plant here, he come up with the idea of the poly chain because he hates changing the chain on a weekend. It's 95 feet in the air. It's also heavy. We typically would get a crane, a man lift. It took a day and a half, so it always ended up being a weekend. And when you have to work on a Saturday or Sunday, guys get burnt out. And I hate burning out employees. That's a big, important thing for us so our people have family time.
We captured what he had for chain, and we came up with a solution, and the solution was the 19mm pitch belt. They installed it almost 2 years ago, and it's been working flawlessly. And it's exciting to have this kind of technology and this horsepower behind me as a district sales manager.
Any product is only as good as the people behind it. The team from Gates came in and did a great job. Gates is a great company, their product's good, it's very reliable, and the people make it very painless. It's been nothing but success. The reliability goes way up, and you don't have to send a guy up there daily to oil it or every other day. You don't have oil running down on everything. There's no oil for someone to slip. It's just cleaner, neater. It's just sweet. The poly chain gets a quick return on investment. Never go back to a chain and a sprocket. The poly chain gets rid of misery. And anytime you get rid of misery in today's work environment, I think it's an asset to any company.
We're in the 5th generation family-owned business. When I came to work here in '87, we was sawing about 150,000 board feet a day. Now we're doing, 650 or better a day in 10 hours. My title at Culp Lumber is maintenance manager. I've always loved being in the woods, always loved doing something with wood. It's in my blood. And then when I came to work here with all this automation, I was like, wow, man, this is where I want to be.
Charlie Smith, he's a great guy. He's all about continuous improvement. He wants the mill to run better today than it did yesterday.
The Gates Corporation is really took us from way down here and put us way up here. We was having a lot of trouble with our band mills. It was like going through 2 and 3 sets a year, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a set. So John comes by, our Gates guy, and says, have you ever thought about putting a poly chain on the band mill? To be honest with you, when you take off belts that's this wide, 10 of them, and put it on there, and we put a little 2.5-inch wide, 68mm wide belt, put it on there and put 150 horsepower on. I really didn't have much confidence in it. 5 years later, still running.
We were able to retrofit that with a belt that's 65 feet long and one belt doing what many chains used to do. He got away from backlash, he got away from retensioning, got away from safety issues when the boards were falling off on the workers.
Now our bands is exactly where they're supposed to be, but better than that. Now we don't have a guy pouring oil on it. We never have to retension it. Everything here now has been converted to polychain, and it's really for longevity. And how long the polychain lasts, you know, call me up in 5 years, all I can say, and then maybe I'll know.